All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are kicking off round 1.1 of the FRL Season 2 Racing League. Last week we raced in Australia, so we have officially commenced the season, but there was sort of some difficulties that we experienced last week in terms of servers and dropping out and a few other things, and a couple of no-shows and whatnot. So we've kind of reset the season right from the get-go. So this is round 1.1, but actually the second round of Season 2. So we're in Bhrain this week. So we raced Australia last week. We're in Bhrain. So the 15-turn circuit, 29 laps we'll be doing tonight. It's 5.4 kilometre circuit. We're looking at world record time 1:22.1. I don't know how close we'll get to that tonight. I know there's a couple of pretty fast drivers in this division. This is Division 1 of the FRL, the Formula Racing League. So we'll see. I'm not making any promises, but we'll see how we go. Good to see we've got a full grid tonight as well. So all 20 cars. All 20 cars taken, which is fantastic. Hopefully we can get a good race. Bhrain usually lends itself to being a pretty good race, so hopefully we get that tonight as well. I'm just having a quick look here, get all my everything up to date. Yep. There we go. All right, cool. So who have we got here? Rhino. So I know a few of these names look familiar. Baraka Cap Shalom, I've seen him race a few times. Slardus, definitely. Primetime Raz, URL Matthias. Ginsanity, racing against Gin last year in Division 2. Crazy Kiwi as well. So I know a few of these guys, but a lot of new faces. I didn't check out the race last week, so I'm sort of a little bit in the dark along with you watching at the moment, but try and make it as entertaining as possible, and hopefully the drivers can put on a good show for us tonight. So 18-minute qualifying session, so it's a short qualifying for this league. This is an assist league as well, so we do 50% race distance. It will be assists allowed, so traction control, I think medium, racing line, brake assist, all that sort of stuff. So here's Elvis Bird. Yeah, not a bad username, rate that. So Elvis Bird is going to lead us away. As I said, 1:22s were we're sort of the world record time. I reckon we'll probably get around the 1:18s, 1:19s maybe, but we'll wait and see. Tyre strategy around this circuit, you're looking at softs generally lasting between sort of 7 to 10 laps depending. We're doing 29 tonight. The mediums around 13 to 15, and then your hards sort of 16 to 19 laps. Pit lane total time, including entry, stop and exit, you're looking 29.3 seconds as well. So we'll keep an eye on that tonight. We'll see if anything comes into play. Weather, I doubt there's going to be any weather. I don't think it's ever rained for a Bhrain Grand Prix in real life. I wouldn't imagine that we'll see rain tonight. However, I have been known to be wrong in the past. Maybe proven wrong, but we'll have to just wait and see. So this is, I'm just having a look. Yeah, this is the Elvis Bird has set us off. He's going to lay down the first time of this evening. Wherever you are, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, welcome. Good to have you. Whether you're watching live as well, it's evening time where I am, so that's why I'm referring to evening. So Elvis Bird's about to cross the line. He's going to set a 1:27. Alright, so we'll see where that stacks up. Looks like there was Rhino goes a 1:26. I've heard a little bit about Rhino, pretty fast apparently. Diddle Lick, say that 10 times fast. He's gone what's he looking at? A 1:26.4. So a few times starting to roll in at the moment. Boomerang, he's going to set a time of a 1:29. Slidus is on his outlap as well. Where else? Toby Tiger 1. He's just starting in the AlphaTauri. Crazy Kiwi in the in the Red Bull. What does he set? He sets a 127.6. So that's good enough for P7 at the moment. I think we've got a Ferrari circulating around. Oh, yeah, okay, so this is URL. Matthias on his outlap at the moment. This is Chihimud Mond. I'm just going to call him Mond for now, because until I sort of work out that pronunciation. So we've got 13 minutes. 5 minutes has already elapsed in this qualifying session, short qualifying in this league, and Mond goes of 125.8. So that's 6/10 faster than the previous poll time tonight. This is Slaughter still going around. Looks like Elvis Bird will be coming to the pits as well. There's a Red Bull going around as well. So we've got most people have either set a time or are out on track at the moment setting a time. You can see one of the AlphaTauris. Is that Toby Tiger? He's coming around. He's going into the pits. So we'll get back to Slidus. I think he's might have abandoned that lap there. So Baraka Cap Shalom. I've commentated on a few of this guy's races. Very fast, super quick. He's raced in. I've only ever seen him race in Zero Assist League. Looks like he's going out on the mediums as well. So that's going to be interesting for strategy-wise. We'll see where he can get himself up on the grid with the mediums. Is this Hervina? Yep, this is Hervina coming around. Yet to set a time. Comes across the line. A 127.7, so that's good enough for P10, top 10 for him. Looks like a couple of the Williams guys are out there at the moment as well, and the rest of them are in the pits. So let's ride on with Baraka Cap Shalom. He's probably one of the fastest guys out on the circuit at the moment. He's has yet to set a time, so coming up through turn 9, the tricky turn 10 as well. Looks like he got it pretty well hooked up through there along the back straight, and this will lead into turn 11. So turn 11 at the end of the back straight here, long left-hander, and then it's a sort of a snaky sort of left, right, and then you have a bit more of a harder angled right-hander, and then it's a blast along a short straight, which will take us into turn 14 and 15 and across the finishing line. So lap's looking pretty tidy at the moment. Really, it's always a pleasure to watch this guy. Oh, just as I say that, he lets it get a little bit loose at the back end. We'll see how much that's affected his time. Not too much by the looks of it. That's a 126.6 on the mediums. So Baraka Cap Shalom, even with that little mistake at the end of the lap, didn't affect him too much. Still able to set a very competitive time. This is Aish, so he's just beginning his lap. There's a couple of Ferraris out there. I'll see if Havina is coming in. He is. So we'll stick with Ash for now. Oh, what's happened to Ash? Where's that? That is just after turn 3. He's on the mediums as well. We'll see who else is on the mediums for now. Baraka, Tomobidi, Future Dreamliner, Boomerang. So there's a few guys. All right, we'll see how that stacks up with the soft runners. So I think Ash has set a partial purple sector at the moment, so we'll ride on board with him. There's a Renault out there, Trilla Gorilla. I like that name as well. That's a good one. I'm liking some of the helmet designs tonight. We'll get to that a little bit later, but we'll watch Ash in that short run from turn 10 to turn 11. He's chosen the mediums. Usually a sign that someone has got relatively good pace when they're qualifying on mediums, and the strategy seems to call for softs. But we'll have to wait and see how valid that comment is when he crosses the line. So car number 2, that's an interesting number as well. Corner cutting, if you're wondering, is strict in FRL. And most people are able to adhere to it and deal with it relatively well. So we're going to just wait for Ash, and then... Oh, this is not going to be anywhere near a competitive time. I should have probably aborted that lap a lot sooner than that. So it's 8 minutes 40 seconds left. It's Mond from Primetime Raz from Rhino. Baraka is in P4. The Phantom goes P13 with a 28.1. I think this is Future Dreamliner. He's not on a fast lap. Ash is in the pits. What about URL Matthias? He is P18, yet to set a lap. So the only drivers yet to set a lap is Ash, Matthias, Ginsanity, and Toby Tiger. We see Toby Tiger go P1. So as I mentioned his name at the 8-minute mark, he goes P1 on the timesheets. Just trying to keep up with everyone at the moment. Elvis Bird. He's coming around. He's half a second up on his best. He's currently in P9. Moves up into P8 with that time of 26.7. This is not Rhino. This is Rhino. So he is up by 7/10 or 700, sorry, on his best time. He's currently in P6 with a 1:26.4. He beats that by a tenth, so he's in P5 with a 26.3. I think this is Matthias who's about to finish his lap. Yeah, so he's just come out of turn 13, heading down towards turn 14. He's yet to set a lap, so we'll see what time he can come up with. I like the helmet, matches the car. Not necessarily the Michael Schumacher special Ferrari. He's got to respect that. And you've got to respect that time with a 1:25.9. That's good enough for P3 for URL Matthias. What about Ash? This is Ginsanity. This is his first attempt. That's P11 for Gin. I think Crazy Kiwi is coming across the... he was a second faster at the split. So he's invalidated somewhere along the line. What about Future Dreamliner? No, he's not out there. So... we've got 6.5 minutes left in this short qualifying. It's short, sharp, 18 minutes. You're in, you're out. We get to racing sooner. This is Elvis Bird, so he is just coming around, setting up his next lap. What about Silderfort? I think I might hear a guest commentator coming onto the party. I'll just double check. All right, let's keep going with it there. Just give me 2 seconds. All right, let's get back to it here. All right, cool. Let's keep going here. So we've got 5 minutes left. Where are we at the moment? Hervina is out on track. So track's pretty quiet. Looks like there's about 5 or 6 cars out there. I expect that last minute rush. But at the moment, it's Toby Tiger in the AlphaTauri of 1:25.6. It's Mond for now, 25.8. URL Matthias looks like he's retired from the session. So I don't know if he's had a crash or something. But as we see Hervina come across the line, a 1:26.3, good enough for P6. This is Ash, so he's yet to set a time at the moment. The only driver to do so. So he does finally set his time, good enough for P17, a 1:27.5. Bhrain is out there, I believe. Yep. Okay, so he's just coming up through turn 4 there and that turn 5-6 complex. Yeah, I'm not too sure if Bhrain's a huge favourite of most drivers. I think it's quite a nice track actually, a good sort of difference of a good mixture of technical and fast corners as well. So always provides a little bit of variety. What about Baraka Cap Shalom? So he's about to begin his fast lap. He's on his out lap at the moment. Hervina will be coming in as well. So the only one out there that we'll have a look at is Boomerang. Oh, he's way down, I think. Yeah, so he's not going to better his time. He's in P11 with a 1:26.6. Is Hervina on a fast lap? No, he's not. He's definitely not on a fast lap. What about Mond is in the pits, so URL Matthias. Rhino is on his out lap as well, so he is, but that doesn't matter. He's been invalidated, but it doesn't matter because he's about to start a fresh lap, and that will be his fast one, as we have just under 3 minutes left in round 2 of the FRL Racing League. This is Division 1 of the FRL League. There's multiple divisions, but you're currently watching Division 1 at the moment, and we're riding on board with Rhino, who currently sits in P7 with a 1:26.3. So we'll see a few other times come through. Silderfort, he's not been able to make much of a dent into his time. What about Baraka? He's on the softs now, and he's going significantly quicker. So it looked like he was a second up on his best time, and if he continues on that pace, he will be on the front row at this stage. He'll join Toby Tiger. So let's see where he finishes. It's a 1:25.2, so that's good enough for P1. A 25.2, so world record's 1:22, so 3 seconds off. That's pretty good. This is Mond as well, so he's just coming through that turn 8. Just want to try and catch the action because we only have 1:45 left. Just want to see everyone cross the line and make sure we capture as much as we possibly can. I apologise if I didn't. So we see Rhino here out on his mediums as well. So he's definitely not going to improve his time with that lap. So he'll go again. He's definitely got enough time to do so. Boomerang's on his out lap. Phantom, he is not going to improve his time. He's going to the pits anyway. Then we've got Silderfort. No, not just crossed the line. Oh, that might have been Toby Tiger. So it looks like a strong team at the moment. Silderfort and Toby Tiger. As I said, not too familiar with the drivers in this league at the moment. The first night. Oh, who is that? Oh, he's got to hit the wall. Yes, he is. That's Rhino. He's out. He's done. So where was that? Oh, that was just through turn 7. All right. So that was a big hit. He's gone. Primetime Raz is out of the session. We've got 36 seconds left. This is Boomerang. He's on his out lap. Is that crazy Kiwi behind him? No, it isn't. It's his teammate Diddle Lick. He sets a 26.073. He's still in 6th. Tombodi, no. Where are we? I'm just trying to catch him all. Hervina, he just crosses the line. He's starting his lap. The Renault pits in. Is it Elvis Bird out there? No, it's Slardis in the other McLaren. He's 2.3 seconds up on his time at the moment. He's currently P20 with a 1:30, so significantly off the pace. But this makes up for it. He goes into P7 with a 1:26.1. So Slardis moves himself up into the top 10 there. We're on board with Mond. He was a 10th up on his previous best. He's currently in P3, just behind Toby Tiger. Can he get P2 or P1? No, he can't. So he can't improve his time at the moment. Crazy Kiwi is about to cross the line as well. He's half a second faster. He's a 1:27. So that's good enough for P17. Modeby? I don't know. Tom. I'm just going to call you Tom in the Williams. Alright. What about Boomerang? Where are you? Here we go. So Boomerang, he's in P15 with a 126.6. Here goes P6 with a 125.9. So the fast time starting to come through now. Lazo, haven't mentioned his name at the moment. He's in the pits anyway. Here's Hervina. We are at 0-0, so the clock has stopped. So this is it for everyone. Hervina goes P7. That's a good result for him. What about Diddlelick? He goes into the pits. He's called it. And we have just the we got the McLaren out on track at the moment. That's Slardis. So I don't think he is still going. Or is he? I'm not sure. We'll see. No, he's P10 at the moment. And that's Mond coming around. What about Ash? So Ash is done as well. So it looks like we're all done here. So it looks like it's Baraka Cap Shalom with a 125.2 to take pole position. Very, very close. Toby Tiger in second, a 125.276. So very, very tight at the top. We'll check out the tyre strategies as well. But this is looking like it's going to shape up to be quite a good race. So as we see there on the soft, so URL Matthias in the mediums. But those front guys there, the first 6 are all 25s. So that's very, very close. And then the next bunch after that. So this is going to be 26, 27s. Okay, so yeah, this is looking like we're going to have a pretty competitive race. This is Division 1 as well. So this is kind of, guys that race with AI of, 100 to 110. So they're used to having a good show. Jinsanity, I didn't mention his name. I didn't say that. He picked up P3. So great result by Jin. Like I said, I raced against him last year in Div 2. He's made the jump up to Div 1. So great to see him doing well with a second row start. So we'll just wait to get underway for round 2. It's a pretty decent process in the in FRL in terms of making sure that there's enough time allowed to get strategy all organised. It's a pretty good procedure that they have, so that's why it sometimes takes the full period of time. But it's just to make sure. There's nothing worse than when you're sitting on the grid and someone presses ready up and you're halfway through your strategy and your race is done before it even gets started. But we're about 20 odd seconds away from getting started in Bhrain for round 2 in the FRL. Doesn't look like weather's going to play any part whatsoever. It's going to be nice and dry, as it always has been in Bhrain. Not too sure what rainfall totals are like in Bhrain, but you'd have to think that it'd be pretty low. All right. So everyone's on the grid. Great to see a full grid of 20 cars as well, so always adds to the action. Let's just hope we get 20 finishes would be fantastic. Not too sure about safety car frequency and whatnot in Div 1. You'd expect it to be pretty minimal, but we'll have to wait and see. Doesn't look like there was any shenanigans on the line there, so everyone's managed to get away. No one's been disqualified from the warm-up lap, and it is such an important lap to make sure that you get those tyres right as well. So let's have a look at the tyre choices for everyone. So everyone out of the top 10 has started on either the medium or the hard. Crazy Kiwi has chosen the hard, and the only runner in the top 10 to start on the mediums was URL Matthias. So great to see a little bit of strategy at play there in the top 10, but everyone in the bottom 10 seemed to have played it pretty safe. As I was saying earlier, soft tyres generally between 7 to 10 laps is their lifespan. The mediums 13 to 15 and the hard 16 to 19. So we'll see how the strategy plays out on the next 29 laps of the Bhrain circuit as Baraka Cap Shalom, our pole sitter, leads them away from Toby Tiger, and it's Jinsanity followed by Mond, Matthias, Boomerang, Hervina, Diddlelick, Future Dreamliner, Slardis make up the top 10. Alright, so he's just pulling around. Probably the AI will take over now, line them up, and we'll get racing very, very shortly. Oh, there you go. Mond and Matthias look like they were disqualified from the session. Looked like it was a bit late in the lap, so we'll see if that has any effect on tyre temperatures. As we're just waiting for the Phantom to make his way at the back of the pack, and once he's gridded up, we should be ready to go. We'll see if Cody's is going to give us a good camera angle for the start. Not really looking like at the moment. We'll jump on board with Baraka. Alright, round 2, season 2. FRL. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Holds them, go. We're racing in Bhrain. So it looks like everyone's managed to get away nice and easily so far from the line. No one's bogged it down. It's Baraka from the Alpha Tauri. The Alfa Romeo's in there as well. Doesn't look like there was much contact through there either from anyone. So looks like everyone's been able to navigate through turn 1 nice and easily. We've got all 20 runners still. So it's Baraka Cap Shalom leading from Toby Tiger from Jinsanity. Who's that making future Dreamliner? Has he spun? I think I saw a bit of carbon going. So he's lost his front wing end plate, the left one. He almost runs into Elvis Bird as well. So he's definitely going to have to pit. And it looks like Triller Gorilla. Looks like he's had some sort of incident in the beginning. He's lost an end plate as well. So Baraka's already pulled almost a 1 second gap on Toby Tiger. Jinsanity, was he having a go at Toby? No, he wasn't. It's all pretty close racing at the moment. I'll try and make sure I capture as much of the action as I possibly can, but they all started to sort of string themselves out a little bit. We still have all 20 runners though. That's the main thing on lap 1 is it's Baraka leading them up the back straight, ready to complete the first lap, lap 1 of 29. As Baraka goes across in a 1:31. And then it's going to do that sort of weird thing that it does where it bugs out with all the timings and everything. So we'll make sure, we'll just wait for that to work itself out. And it looks like Ash is in the pits. So he's going to go from the mediums to another set of mediums. That's the right strategy. His race is far from over just yet. So he should be able to get back in there and see what he can come up with. Alright, so I'll try and find as many close battles as possible as we're looking at Diddle Lick. The Phantom's out! The Phantom's out! Who did he collide with? Looks like he's had a collision with Silderfort as well. So we've lost the Phantom. The Phantom's gone, and Silderfort, what about him? We got a safety car. We have a safety car. Okay, we got a safety car. So the Phantom is out, and it might have had something. He might have come into contact with Silderfort there. So not too sure what's happened, but we're under a full safety car conditions right now. Okay, so it is full safety car. They still seem to be going at fairly rapid speeds. The safety car is just waiting for them after turn 3 there at the moment. And Baraka is going to take advantage to pit. So he's going on to the mediums. Okay, this is an interesting strategy. And a lot of people pitting. So Mond, Toby. So let's have a look at what they're going to be going to. Looks like mediums for most of them. Mediums. Toby Tiger's gone on to the hards. Hervina has got a 5-second penalty for a collision. Alright, so a lot of people pitting onto the mediums. Alright. And that was the guys, a lot of these guys qualified down in the bottom 10, started on mediums. So we'll have to see how that strategy plays out and if it can pay off for them. But looks like Crazy Kiwi has got received a penalty as well, and this has really strung the field out now. So This is, oh, there's Hervina's penalty. So this is going to take a little while to get everyone back together and get underway again in terms of getting back up to speed with racing. But we've had, let's have a look at the movers and the shakers. Oh, we've got penalties there. What have we got? Position change. So Primetime Raz started in P15. He's moved up into P4 at the moment. So Tom Moby, whatever, Tom in the Williams, he's in P8. But this is probably not really clear indicative of what's actually happened in the race, because we've had a number of people stopping for pit stops already under safety car conditions as well. So it looks like the pack is starting to bunch up. If we're lucky, we would go back underway again. Oh no, what's happened here? So this is Silderford has had a penalty given to him for severe collision. Was he involved in any of that? There was a is there any, I saw damage, is there anyone damaged? I don't know what's happened there, but someone's collided. Yeah, okay. So not too short. Silderfort's going into the pits, while Gin Saturday is leading them around behind the safety car. So we're definitely going to do another lap under the safety car. Will we see anyone else pit again? No, we won't. So it's just Silderford at the moment. So he might have had some, looks like he's had damage, yeah. So he's getting his front wing replaced. And that's that 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Crazy Kiwi with Hervina. And then Rhino has received a penalty as well. So let's see what they're for. Incidents, terminal damage, the Phantom. Yep, we saw that. Okay, so 5-second time. Silderfort, severe collision with Rhino. Rhino, severe collision with Silderfort. Crazy Kiwi, severe collision with Hervina. And Hervina, severe collision with Crazy Kiwi. So it looks like those guys have all gotten themselves mixed up with one another, and they've come to make contact and have received penalties. So hopefully that doesn't have a massively detrimental effect on their race. Let's just classify pit stops though. So everyone has pitted except the top 5 guys, as well as Rhino and Elvis Bird. So Ginsanity, Matthias, Tom, Primetime Raz, Lazo, and Rhino and Elvis Bird are yet to pit at the moment. They're on their original tyres as we head around lap 4 of the Bhrain circuit. Hopefully their safety car is in this lap. Fantastic. Alright, so it's great to see Jin at the front. I know this is, he hasn't pitted yet, that's why he's there, but he had the pace. He was P3. He did quite well, and there's Chamond, a collision with Boomerang. So they're right near each other. Is there any... Not too sure what's going on with the boys at the back there. There's Hervina all over the place as well. So, and that's AlphaTauri front wing end plate. Alright, I'm not too... Yeah, these guys are all over the place. But we're back to racing. So it's Gin Sanity coming under attack straight away from Matthias into turn 1. So he's got a pretty good gap on him at the moment. Matthias goes on the inside, and he gets the job done through turn 2. So we've got to change the lead straight after the safety car. It's Matthias who's in the lead now from Gin Sanity. Tom in the Williams, he's going to be coming up in 3rd position. Primetime Raz, Lazo and Baraka Cap Shalom. So we'll stay with these guys. Doesn't look like... there's some other guys have gone into the pits as well. So Toby Tiger, Boomerang and Hervina are all in the pits at the moment. And there's a little gap already being broken away here. A little pack forming between the front guys and the next lot of drivers at the moment. But we still have 19 runners, which is fantastic. We're on lap 5 of 29, and we have a couple of drivers with penalties as well, as we see Elvis Bird and Mond battling for P8 and P9, and Mond sends it up the inside. This will work for him into that left-hander. He gets a nice clean pass there into the right-hander, so he moves up into P8. So Mond is P8. Elvis moves down into P9. P9. It's a 1.7 second lead at 1.7 second gap at the front between Matthias and Ginsanity at the moment. As we head around to begin lap 6. Matthias has just set the fastest lap on the race. Is a 1:29.8. And this is Rhino and Mond. So Mond is on a bit of a charge at the moment. He's taken a couple of positions after the safety car. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. The next man on his list is Lazo in the Renault. So we'll see if he can work his way past him as well. Baraka Cap Shalom and Primetime Raz in the two Mercedes P4, P5 running line astern at the moment. Who else do we have to... I thought I saw some damage there to the Alfa Romeo, but I don't think so. Rhino just received a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh, so this is a nice little group here with Slardis and Crazy Kiwi, as well as Future Dreamline and Silderford in the background there. I couldn't see if he did have the DRS there, Diddle Lick. But he's putting the pressure on Albisberg right now. Oh, that is a very ballsy move. Oh, can he pull it off? No, but you got to give him A for effort for Diddle Lick. Can he get the DRS? Oh no, he spun it around. He spun it around. Diddle Lick out of the last turn. He's turned it around. He's going to drop down now. So he put on that. He had that really gutsy attempt through. It was through turn 13, but he spun it around turn 15 there. Easy to do. Very easy to do there. So he's dropped down to P16. So it's going to be tough to make his way back up from that position. We're lap 7 of 29. This is round 2 of the FRL Division 1 Racing League. We're on board with Rhino, who recently received a penalty there. Gap out in front. URL Matthias is just putting on a clinic at the moment. It's 4.2 seconds to Ginsanity, and Ginsanity is under a lot of pressure at the moment from Tom in the Williams, who's being chased by Baraka Cap Shalom and Primetime Raz. So he has the two Mercedes right behind him. So he'll want to try and get past Ginsanity as soon as he can, but we saw he qualified P3, so he definitely has the pace. He's on the softer tyres as well. I dare say he'd be due for a pit stop pretty soon. It looks like those tyres were getting a little bit loose at the back. Hopefully he can keep it all under control. We've got Sector 2, so it looks like it's an AlphaTauri of Toby Tiger. Has had a little bit of a mischief there, and Havina's just passed him. But we'll focus on this action for now. This is for P3. This is Tom chasing down Ginsanity into turn 1. No, couldn't get quite close enough there. Can he get it up coming into turn 4? There is no... he's got the DRS wide open. Baraka just lurking in the background there. So he'll be ready to pick up any of the scraps that may fall off the plate between these two if it gets a little bit messy. But Jin's going to be due to pit pretty soon. Baraka has pitted already though. So even if Tom hasn't pitted, he'd still be still way off out of his pit window just yet if starting on the mediums. Let's see if he did start on the mediums. Yeah, he hasn't stopped yet, so he did start on the mediums there. As they come up the back straight, Baraka looking to put the move on Tom, and he does. So going around into turn 11, Tom drops down into P4, and it looked like Primetime Raz was going to take some opportunity there to get past Tom as well. So he won't be particularly happy about that, Tom. It looked like he had Baraka under control, but Baraka is a very hard man to keep behind you. And here's Primetime Raz now having a go. This is through turn 14. Clips a fair bit of the curb. Comes across turn 15. Mon's getting in there as well. So he's trying to move himself up further again. He's in P5. Tom in the Williams has dropped about 3 positions in 1 lap. And we saw Mond on a charge before. Will he send it up the inside? Yes, he will. He has a big look there, but he can't quite get it done. But he's moved into P5 while Tom in the Williams has dropped into P5. So Primetime Raz is trying to follow his teammate up through the pack at the moment. Baraka, his teammate's in P2, 6.8 seconds behind the leader of URL, Matthias. Then it's Ginsanity, Primetime Raz. Those tyres starting to look like they're crying mercy at the moment for Gin. So we'd expect to see a pit stop from him in the next lap or so for sure. Let's just hope he doesn't lose too many positions on the track because of it. So who have we got here? Lazo as well. He's moved up into P7. And it's Primetime Raz going around Ginsanity, coming into turn 11. So Gin's dropped a position. So it's a Mercedes P2, P3. So nice move from Primetime Raz. I do have a little bit of experience with this man. He is a very fast racer. And we see Mond as well, battling it with Gin. So I think Gin's tyres have fallen off the cliff. He's dropping back at a rapid pace at the moment. Looks like Tom's going to try and take him as well. So Gin needs to pit. Those tyres have screamed no more. Let's see if he does pit. It looks like he's going to at the moment. Yes, he does. All right, so just great. Good to see that he got out of that without any damage and he was getting past left, right and centre there. So he will come out. Where is he? He's dropped down as far as P15 at the moment. So I'd say he'd come out around about there. But it's Mond now having a look at Primetime Raz up the back straight, and he does. So Mond is on a charge at the moment. We've seen him do nothing but overtake people in this race. So he took Primetime Raz through that turn 4, 5, 6 section. So some nice driving, some really nice clean passing as well. Respectful racing. You love to see it in league racing. Doesn't always happen, but we've seen a lot of it tonight. Also, the gaps are really close between everyone except the leader, of course. Could be a little bit closer with him, but Matthias is in a league of his own tonight, as we see Diddle Lick pick up another penalty. So I think that's his second for the evening. Primetime Raz will want to try and get past Mond again. Has Future Dreamliner going in the other Williams. He's behind Slardis, who we're on board with now. So Slardis is in a very respectable P8 currently as we cross the tick over. We're lap 10 of 20. Oh, well, sorry, lap 11 of 29 in the Bhrain Grand Prix for FRL Division 1, Season 2, Round 2. As Slardis crosses the line to begin a new lap. Not quite close enough, even with DRS, but Crazy Kiwi is close enough. And having a big look at Dreamliner, Slardis still fighting it out with Lazo as well. So he's not given up on this. He does have the DRS, so does Lazo. So I'm not too sure if Slardis is going to be able to get past him here. His big brake lock up runs a little bit wide there. Slardis goes a much tighter line through that corner. So Lazo a little bit different lines. Oh, Slardis has run wide there. Wants to pull it up. This is a second gear turn. He takes it in third. Tom has dropped down. Has he had an incident? Oh, I'm not too sure what's happened to Tom there. It doesn't look like he has any damage. So whatever's happened, he's rectified the issue. He's back up and running, but he's dropped down into P14. So we saw him running up higher than that earlier. We're back with Future Dreamliner. So this little pack of Crazy Kiwi, Future Dreamliner, Slardis and Lazo providing us some pretty good racing at the moment. This is all for P6, 7 and 8. P6, 7, 8 and 9. As they head along the back straight into turn 14 right-hander, which will turn into turn 15. They'll head back onto the front straight to tick over another lap of the 29 that they're due to complete in this race. So we see Primetime Raz. He's pitted. So he's going to drop down, probably he'll come out P13, 14. Yeah, P14 there at the moment. So Primetime Raz, we'll see how many more of the front runners are still due to pit. Matthias hasn't pitted yet. nor has Rhino and Lazo. So, as I stated earlier, the pit lane, time in pit lane is 29.3 seconds total from time of entry to doing the stop and then exiting. That's with a standard stop, not with a nose change, so that would obviously be longer. So Matthias needs a much bigger gap on Baraka Capshalam, who has gone onto the mediums. I can't remember if he did start on the mediums, Baraka. So he will have to pit again. No, I think he started on the softs. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait for it to play out. Usually my co-commentator, Viet, who's normally with me, the Dutchman, is much more strategy-minded than myself, but he's not with us tonight, unfortunately. Hopefully he can join us next week, though. Where are we? Slardus. So he's in P6 at the moment. So this is a nice little group of cars. This is all for P4 through to pretty much P9 at the moment. It looks like Elvis Bird has joined the train there, and Ash has taken Silderfort. So Ash in the Haas, he's moved his way up into P9, but Silderfort's not very happy with that. He says, I would like to take that position back down the front straight, and he does. So they swap positions again. I don't think Ash can take him into turn 1 there. So that they'll reset and they'll go again. Silderfort will give chase to Elvis Bird. Triller Gorilla, he's gone in the pits. So he's finally pitting in the Renault. A few penalties up the front there as well. So we've got Mond and Rhino. Both have received penalties. Crazy Kiwi as well in the other racer in the top 10. So let's get back to this little battle here. The gap out at front, if you're wondering, it's 6.7 seconds from P1 to P2. Oh, he almost loses it. Oh, he does lose it. He hits Delvatore. That's just a really unfortunate incident there. Ash lost it, and then he's just hit Silderfort. Silderfort's been in a few sort of skirmishes today, and that was completely not his fault at all. That was Ash just turned it around, and Silderfort was just an unlucky victim in that, and he's got massive damage to his front wing as well. That's going to need to be replaced. Primetime Raz will take that position, and we're under virtual safety car. So both races still able to keep going, fortunately, but that was just a really unlucky accident for Silderfort. Oh, and who was that future Dreamliner? It was slammed up the back of Lazo as he came into the pits, and that set off a flurry of pit activity, including our leader. So our leader, URL Matthias, he's come into the pit, so he's taken advantage of the virtual safety car, which I do believe has ended. So that was a really good move for him. So that's some good luck. Ash has received a 5-second penalty, so just rubbing insult into injury there for speeding in the pit lane. So he's not having much luck at the moment, Ash in the house, but this has set it up perfectly for Matthias, who was able to pit under safety car conditions, started on the mediums, and is now on the hards. So that will take him through the next 15 laps of this race. This has put him in the perfect position to take this race out. Long way still to go. We're only just on the halfway mark, but he's in the absolute box seat at the moment. So he's passing Rhino coming into turn 11 at the moment. So he moves up into P2. The next man on his list is Slardus in the McLaren. So Slardus, has he pitted? He has pitted already. He's on the mediums, I believe. And they're 10-lap-old mediums. So they're going to be feeling all right. Not the greatest. Not as good as when they were put on brand new. But yeah, we'll see what sort of fight he can put up. But we've seen Matthias have absolutely phenomenal pace so far today. And there he goes. So he just moved past Slardus and takes back the lead that he pitted from pretty much 1 lap ago under virtual safety car conditions. So we see a flurry of activity from Rhino, Crazy Kiwi and Tom. Tom's had this really up and down race. He's all of a sudden in P5 in the pits. Don't know if that was Rhino. I think he served his penalty as well, Rhino, so that's good for him. He's going to come out in about P12, I reckon. Elvis Bird is just going to get him. So I will be keeping an eye on Tom's still in the pits as well. Oh, who is that? This is Rhino that we're on board with. He's just come out in front of Crazy Kiwi. All right, so the gap, the field has spread out a fair bit. 3-second time penalty to Silderfort. Good to see that they're still going around. You know, like Ash and Silderfort could have just, you know, thrown their toys out of the cot and said, I'm not racing anymore. But they're sticking around. That's what you love to see. Commitment and dedication to the race, no matter how crappy you're going or unfortunate accidents that you've had. Still good to still get around and finish, because we've still got 19 runners, which is phenomenal. It's great to see that attrition rate today. All right, let's have a look through the field here. I'll try and get into some of the closer battles. Matthias just sets the fastest lap of 1:29, and the gap from him to Slardis is currently 2 seconds at the moment, and then Baraka Capshalom's a further 3 seconds behind him as well. Okay, so lap 16 of 29, Mond just sets the fastest lap of 1:28.8, and that's on the mediums in the Renault. He is not in the Renault. He is in the AlphaTauri. Oh, what we can watch Crazy Kiwi take Rhino for P11. Can Triller Gorilla get in here as well? This will be a pretty big lunge. Can he pull it up? He does. Great move from Triller Gorilla. Can he finish it though? No, he can't. Rhino says, I'm going to take that back for P12. Tom's trying to get in a little piece of the action. This is not over yet. Triller Gorilla's in a good position to take the right-hander on the inside. He does. He gets room from Rhino as well. Really respectful racing between these two at the moment as they go through turns 5 and 6. You're going to have... Oh, no! Rhino spun out! Rhino spun out! So, I'm not too sure if there was contact there. We're riding on board with Triller. I didn't see it. We'll leave that for the stewards to discuss later, but that means that outright Triller has P12, but Tom and Toby Tiger are going to be chasing him down as hard as they can. It's just keeping an eye on the gap out in front. It's URL Matthias, 4.8 seconds in front of Slardis, who's just pitted. So Baraka Cap Shalom is now going to give chase to Matthias, who we've got 12 laps left of the Bhrain Grand Prix for the FRL Division 1. Slardis is probably going to come out just behind Ginsanity. So Jin's worked himself back up into 6th after his pit. So yes, Slardis, this could be a little bit tight actually once he comes out. Yeah, can Lazo take advantage of Slardis getting back up? Oh, we see Dreamliner come through there as well. So I'm not too sure if Lazo will be able to get much of a win out of that at the moment. So I'll keep an eye on the gap out in front, Baraka, Cap Shalom and Matthias. We'll see if Baraka can chase him down. Not too sure. I think he might be a Spaniard. I'm not certain of his country of origin. But I do know what he is doing, and he's in 2nd place in the Mercedes. His teammate Primetime Raz is in 3rd position, but that's a position that Mond would like in the Alfa Romeo. So he's giving chase to Primetime Raz, and we've got a nice battle here between Slardis and Future Dreamliner in the Williams. Lazo's on the back here as well as the other McLaren of Albersberg. But I think, yes, Slardis has just recently pitted. We see a big brake lock up there from Future Dreamliner going around into turn 13. So Slardis doesn't have DRS going up the back straight. Another big brake lock up from Future Dreamliner as well as they're coming up the front straight. So Slardis will have the DRS wide open and makes it look pretty easy getting past Future Dreamliner there. He's going to be able to pull it up in time for turn 1. Hits the apex, comes through the left-hander at turn 2. Then a little simple turn 3, and away he goes. So nice work from Slardis there in the McLaren. He moves up into P6. Primetime Raz, though, I think this is a change of position. So Primetime Raz has lost his position P3 to Mond. Mond does have penalties as well. I'm not too sure how many, But yeah, well, that could have an effect at the end of the race, but we'll have to wait and see for that. That's 11 laps away still a long way to go in this one. Gin Sanity's leading this little next pack of cars away. It's Lazo, Albus Bird, Crazy. So it's that P9 up to about P5 is that first little pack, and then it's Matthias definitely out in a league of his own at the moment. He's 5.5 seconds in front of Baraka. Might be a good opportunity actually. Let's go on board with Matthias. Let's actually see what makes this man so good. Let's go for a lap with him. Okay, so that was pretty much a lap of the Bhrain circuit, bar turn 1, but that was a lap with race leader who's 5.2 seconds in front. So I'm not too sure about you, but I think the main thing I noticed, he uses all of the track, and just that acceleration application was fantastic, as we see Crazy Kiwi get a 3-second time penalty. So that was actually really good to watch. It was just good to see what he's doing and why he's so far out in front. Let's get back to the battles. I'm looking at this. Oh, here we go. Albus Bird takes Lazo down the front straight into turn 1 with the DRS. Lazo runs a little bit deep. Albus Bird gets that position. So a nice little result for the McLaren guys today. P6, P8. And we've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. Not too sure who that was. There looks like Toby Tiger and Silderfort in the down there, and Silderfort is taking oh, maybe he's just letting Toby Tiger past. Okay, so change of position there, and looks like Silderfort is actually pitting. Okay, so Lazo is. Yeah, this is the closest. Oh, so Toby Tiger and Silderfort, the two AlphaTauris, are both DNF. They're out. I think they've left. I think Silderfort exited in the pits, and it looks like Toby Tiger's just gone off the track at turn 2, just here, not nearby here. Sorry, that's another part. But they've both left. So 3 DNFs. So far, but not too bad. We've got a yellow flag again in Sector 3. Looks like the AlphaTauri is coming back out again. I'm not too sure what is happening there. Hope it hasn't gone into ghosting. Looks like he's gone off at turn 2 again. Yeah, not too sure, but they're out. So let's concentrate on the guys that are in the race. Baraka still yet to really be able to make much ground on URL Matthias, who's still holding a 5+ second gap in P1 at the moment. It's Mond in P3, Primetime Raz P4, Gin Sanity on for a good result here in P5, Slada's closely following him. Then it's Future Dreamliner, Albus Bird, Lazo, and Crazy Kiwi in the Red Bull in P10. But Boomerang is closing in on him at the moment. So this is... Oh, no! As we ride on board with Crazy, he's just lost it at the turn 10. Sort of hairpin. He was on for points, but Boomerang has said, I will take those if you're going to throw them away. So unfortunate there for Crazy Kiwi. Just a mistake for him, and that's dropped him down into P12. Lazo's 1 second behind Elvis Bird. What about Slatus? He's less than a second behind Ginsanity. This will actually be a pretty good battle. These two are pretty evenly matched. As we see Slatus cruise past Jin into turn 1. Jin's not going to give it up too easily. He does have the inside line. But yeah, that's all the fight that he could give. So Slatus with a really nice result in the McLaren. He's moved up into P5. He's still 6.5 seconds behind Primetime Raz, who's 2.5 seconds behind P3 runner Mond, as we see Crazy Kiwi and Hervina both pitting in P16 and P17. All right, so I'll just I'm just scanning the timings at the moment to see what are the battles that are close on track. Looks like Rhino is giving chase to Diddle Lick. That's probably the closest. Everything else is sort of pretty well spread out. So even though we had the safety car, it bunched everyone up for a little bit, but they've all spread back out again. And yeah, that lead is just, it's stabilized. It's it's just over 5 seconds. 5.3 at the moment. Matthias Baraka Cap Shalom gets a 3-second time penalty. All right, well, he's pushing hard. He wants to try and chase him down, but he's run a bit wide there, and the gap's gone up to 6.1 now. So that's not going to help his cause at all. See, there's some time penalties there as well with Baraka and Mond in the Alfa Romeo. So we'll see if they have any effect on the final podium. So we'll see where they finish on track. But then what happens after the penalties are handed out post race, if it makes a difference to our podium. So the person who'd be first in line to take advantage of that would be Primetime Raz. He's 4.4 seconds behind Mond at the moment. So this is Future Dreamliner and Elvis Bird. This is P7, P8. This is pretty much the closest battle that we have on the circuit. So let's see what comes of it. They're giving chase to Ginsanity in the Haas. Ooh, I thought he was almost going to turn around there. This is another commentator's curse. But he's able to keep it nice and straight and get along on the back straight up into turn 11. In Elvis Bird. So this is my first time seeing him race. He's looked pretty solid so far. So is Future Dreamliner. I think I've seen him on the Discord chat a little bit as well, but first time seeing him race. So we're lap 24 of 29. So we're coming down to the final 5 laps of the race. We've had some pretty good action. We've had a couple of incidents. We've had a safety car, a virtual safety car. We've had some really good racing though. That's the main thing. We've seen some great overtakes today. Especially Mond has had a great charge through the field. Matthias has put on an absolute clinic. He's 6.8 seconds now in front of Baraka. So it's looking very likely for a victory at the moment for URL Matthias. But as we've all seen and witnessed in the past, anything can happen. So I think that's Rhino who's gone in making a pit stop there. Dare say that's probably to fix some sort of incident. Crazy Kiwi, a 1:28 in the Red Bull. So he sets the fastest lap of the race so far. And Dreamliner seems to be closing in a little bit more now on Jin. He's made his pit stop. He's on those hards. They're both on the hards. Dreamliner's going to have the DRS up the back here. And no, can't get it done through there. That's all right. He'll try and get the next DRS, but these three are pretty close together at the moment. Slatus is about almost 2 seconds up the road. They can see him. But the main action that we want to see... Oh, Baraka is pitting! So I was thinking about that before. I thought he did have to pit. And has he served his penalty as well in the pits? No, he hasn't. Alright. So he's come out just in front of his teammate. So we'll see if Primetime Raz can put a bit of pressure on his teammate to try and move up into the final podium position, P3. Baraka will have that 3-second time penalty. So Primetime Raz just needs to hang within 3 seconds of Baraka. And Future Dreamliner. Oh no, he's hit him. He's hit Jin. I thought I saw an end plate go flying. It was Jin's end plate. Oh, this is really bad luck for Jin. He was having such a great race. So is he going to try and soldier on and finish the race with he's lost the end plate? So that is going to be quite difficult to drive with. Not too sure if you're about to get another 4 laps out of this, but that's really unfortunate. Didn't see what happened. It's obviously contact of some sort. I think it was around sort of turn 7 and 8 there. But we'll see if he decides to pit for a new nose, or if he thinks that he can keep it out there. Is he pitting? Oh no, so he's not. Of course he's not pitting, Nick. He's on the back straight. All right. Now he's getting through turn 14, turn 15. Is he going to pit? No, he isn't. All right, he's going to keep going. So this is a brave move by Jinsanity. And he has moved down a position to Future Dreamliner. No contact there, thankfully. Oh, Jinsanity just got a 3-second time penalty as well. And to insult to injury, is coming on attack from Albus Bird, who's going to send it down and through the right-hander. Ooh, couldn't quite get it done. We've seen some good moves and good attempted moves in this race. It's been fantastic. All right, so we'll stick with these guys. Oh, this is probably the absolute closest battle on there. Rhino sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:27.744. That was on soft tyres. That's in the Alfa Romeo. All right, so can the McLaren of Elvis Bird take Jinsanity? No, he can't. Not through here. He's not going to get it done through here through turn 11. Might have to wait for the next back straight. Jin runs a little wide there, so that he will be feeling the effects of that broken wing, especially with those high downforce corners as well. As we see, Baraka Cap Shalom sets a fastest lap, and he's going to overtake Mond, who was just in the pits. So Baraka moves up now into P2, and Mond moves back down into P3, and Albus Bird has gotten the job done on Jinsanity. So we'll just stepped away for a second, and it all happened as it usually does. So Albus Bird has now moved into P7. His teammate Slatus is in P5. Jinsanity, Lazo is 2.8 seconds behind him, and then Boomerang. So we'll see if he can hold on to, if he can get some points today. Hopefully he can, because he's deserved it. He's done he's raced really well today. Okay, so these are all pretty big gaps. Yes, I think Jinsanity is going to be the man that we stay with for now. Ooh, it looked like it was almost going to go. This is Boomerang. He's giving chase to Lazo in the Renault, and it's Trilla Gorilla who's just behind him. So he'll be keen to get some points as well. So he's going to push him to the end. So we're lap 28 of 29. So those last few laps are kind of just flown by, and we're almost at the end of the race. So it's I think that's a sign of it's been a pretty enthralling race, definitely from a spectating perspective. Some of the drivers may beg to differ, but yeah, I found it very entertaining. For those watching along, whether you're watching live or on replay, I hope you found it just as entertaining as well. Oh, this is Boomerang putting the move on Lazo into turn 1. We've seen a few moves happen in here today. Oh, Lazo's fighting pretty hard for it. But Boomerang's up for the challenge. Lazo's going to fight back now. Coming up into turn 4. No, so Boomerang was good enough to make the move and get it make it stick. So he's in P9. Triller Gorilla now. There's a point on the table. You can physically see the point in front of him. If that's not incentive enough, I don't know what is. This is a great drive from Jinsanity as well to hold on. He's got that 3-second time penalty, so that's going to drop him out of the points as it currently sits. Oh, Boomerang's run wide out of turn 10. So that's opened up the door for Lazo. We've got the best seat in the house here. Watching it from Triller Gorilla's perspective as we see Lazo go down the inside. But Boomerang's able to hold on, going around the outside of the left-hander now into the right-hander. So he's been able to hold his position. Triller Gorilla just needs to bide his time at the moment and see if these two sort of make a mistake for him to take advantage of as we begin the last lap. So we're on lap 29. I want to make sure I do pick up the leader, but I don't want to move away from this battle too early. Yep, okay, so that's where he is. Alright, Future Dreamliner putting the pass on Albusbird. So these two have had a really good battle this afternoon. Goes around the outside. There's no contact there, which is great. He does make a bit of contact now. They're going up into the right-hander of turn 4. Can he pull it up in time? Yes, he does. Those tyres will be feeling a little bit old at the moment. But he's able to move up on the last lap. Future Dreamliner, he's in P6. Triller Gorilla might get a point here. Diddle Lick gets a 3-second penalty. Who cares right now? Because we're watching Triller Gorilla trying to get a point. He is. He's in the points. Triller Gorilla's in the points. But the man who's dominated all day is URL Matthias, who takes round 2. He takes the win. Baraka Capshalong looks like he's going to come in second. Lazo and Boomerang are still fighting it out to the bitter end. Jinsanity, can he hold on for some points? We're going to have to see how this shakes out. Primetime Raz. Mon's in third at the moment. He has a penalty. But I don't think that's going to make a difference to his finishing position. That's Jin. So it's great to see Jin making it home in time to get some points with that wounded car as well. Primetime Raz is going to finish 4th. Slardus is going to take home 5th. Looks like Future Dreamliner. Let's ride this one out to the end. This is Jinsanity. So Triller Gorilla's finished in the points. So is Lazo. And Boomerang has unfortunately missed out. So some great action. That was a really, really good race. I actually really enjoyed commentating on that one. Great to see 17 runners still finishing at the end. And also some just really high quality, good racing, some great overtakes. Bhrain has turned it on again. So that was a cracking race. Congratulations to URL Matthias with a absolutely dominating win, if we're being absolutely perfectly honest. It was a 26-second gap in the end. We rode on board for a lap with him, so we could actually see the man in action and gave us a pretty good indication why he was able to finish first and finish so far out in front as well. Driver of the day, Primetime Raz. My driver of the day, it's a toss-up between Mond and Jinsanity. I think it was great to see Jin still be able to finish with that broken wing, as we see some pretty nice dance moves from Matthias there. I'm going to give it to Mond though. He just charged through the field. I'm going to share it. I'm going to split it. It's Jinsanity and Mond, but congratulations to those guys, and congratulations to all the podium finishers as well. So we'll finish off the celebrations. We'll do a quick little wrap up and then we'll get out of here. So there's the end there. Matthias from Baraka, from Mond, Primetime Raz, Slardus, and then you can see the rest for yourself. So just the 3 DNFs down the bottom there: Toby Tiger, Silderfort, and the Phantom. But great to see 17 cars finishing and a full grid of 20 races as well. So thank you very much for joining us this whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Thanks for jumping along with us. Hope you enjoyed the race. See if you can join us next week. Same place, same time. We'll be racing in Vietnam. So this championship runs the same schedule as the real life championship. So we'll be in Vietnam next week. Hope you can join us then. My name is Nick. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, stay safe.